That guy you are looking at is the winner of The Biggest Loser, Kevin McLernon, and I have the pleasure of being with him now. Kevin, just tell us how much weight you lost in the 24 weeks you were on the show?
Yeah, it was 24 weeks and I lost 12 stone, 12 pounds, so call it 13 stone.
13 stone. It's absolutely incredible. You're looking fantastic. You've kept the weight off, but I know you've got a pair of jeans next to you which kind of put that weight into a visual for us to see just how much you lost. Look at that. Let's get in them together, okay? In fact, I think we can squeeze another half person in there. This is what Kevin was wearing just before you went into the house. You had to buy these especially,
yeah.
And this is what he looks like now. You've had an incredible journey. Yeah. Just give us an insight into the changes you made, any struggles you may have had, and how you feel now.
Well, it was physically really hard at 32 stone to actually do anything. I'd break into a sweat just walking 100 meters when I was that size. And then there I was having to start off doing a 5-kilometer run was the first thing that we had to do at Biggest Loser, so that was super tough. And then actually being in the gym as well was just really, really hard, and some of the machines just weren't suitable for us, but the rowing machine, which is what I'm here today for, was absolutely fantastic. And when I first started using the rowing machine, I didn't have enough flexibility, and my tummy was in the way as well. I couldn't bend over and do the foot straps up, so I used to have to put my hand up, someone would come and strap us in, pass us the paddle, and away I'd go for half an hour or whatever. And now I've got one at home and I use it all the time, so that's a massive difference to how I started out.
So life changed dramatically. Prior to going into the Biggest Loser house, when you were 30 odd stone, what was your perception of fitness, or had you been fit at any point in your life?
Oh yeah, I'd been fit in the past. I'd done the Great North Run a couple of times. There used to be a regular in the gym, and I'd been in reasonable shape at one point in my life, so that was probably even more frustrating, that I knew that there was a better life than the one I had. And there's a full backstory as to, I haven't got any excuses. I'm not one for excuses, but there's possibly reasons, I suppose, as to why I ended up where I was, which ultimately was my responsibility. I was the one who got to 32 stone. I didn't need any help or support to do that. But and that's why I did Biggest Loser, because I knew it was my responsibility to make that change and make that difference in my life and in the life of my partner and my family as well.
You didn't need the support in getting bigger, but you did need the support in getting smaller again. And you had your niece, was it Amy,
yeah,
with you. How important is it to have somebody, almost like a buddy, to go through that journey with you?
I think it's really important to have someone to share anything in life with, but it's important when you're trying to lose weight and get fitter to have somebody who maybe challenges you sometimes, somebody who you're accountable to, and sometimes somebody who'll tell you something that you might not want to hear, but it's the truth. And I think that's really important to have that, and that you can either get that through using a trainer or having someone that you're working out with who's in the similar sort of boat to what you are.
And I get the impression from the show and from talking to you that you're quite a competitive person. And who was your biggest rival in the house that you thought could take that crown from you?
Everybody was a rival to a certain degree, but obviously people went home every week. But I suppose towards the end, the main rival for me was Gerard, who went home in the second last week. He was doing really well up until sort of like the week he went and the week before he went home. So I think really it was him, and I always had my eye obviously on Amy as well, because I was helping her with her mindset and encouraging her. So obviously it came to pass that when the finalists were announced, out of 3 of them, Amy was one of them and I was one of them, and so I was still competing with her at home as well, which was quite handy because I could keep an eye on what she was up to. And it was hard because I was wanting to encourage her loads, but at the same time I was thinking, but I want to win. So it was sort of like, it was like a bit of a confusion for us, but I kept her encouraged and kept her going all the way along. And, for some reason, one reason or another, I just pulled out in front and now won.
And the winning's where you are now, isn't it? The winning's the journey you'll have for many years, months, etc. to come. And I know that you spread your motivation message. You do some camps or some motivation talks. And what is the message that you give to people to encourage them to, follow the path that you did to get fit and to lose the weight?
Well, I always just say to people, if I can do it, you can do it. If that man who they see on the pictures at 32 stone who wore these jeans can do what I've done, then anyone can do it. I'm not going to say it's not hard, because it is. It's very hard, but it's not rocket science. You don't have to be uber intelligent or a special person to be able to do it. You just got to apply yourself, know where you want to be, and just take each step by step by step. Have your vision and your intention of where you want to be, but at the same time know that there's no point in having all that in your head of where you want to be without actually taking action towards it. And it's a case of taking action every day that moves you towards where you want to be. And it's a case of a workout at a time, a meal at a time, a day at a time, a week at a time. Before you know it, you are where you want to be. And that, like I keep saying, if I can do it, anyone can.
It's a great motto. What about setbacks, though? I'm sure it's not plain sailing, and most people have tried to lose weight in the past. They have a setback and they think, well, that's it, I'll give up. Have you encountered setbacks, and how have you got over them?
everyone has setbacks from time to time. When I was in Biggest Loser, there was times where it got really, really hard. I missed home, and also when I was doing the bit at home, we did 8 weeks at the house and 16 weeks at home. That was through the winter. You know, it was hard getting up the dark mornings, freezing cold. But you've just got to keep going. You've got to keep an eye on what you want. And it's about having a real why, having a real sort of, this is really why I want to do this. And lots of people, particularly with weight, will, you know, they'll have this thing of, I want to lose weight. And when you say why, it's because I want to look nice. They don't want to wear these jeans. They want to wear smaller jeans. And that's great. And that's a good reason. But it's like quite superficial. It's when people have got like a real deep reason, you know, kids or the partner, or real life changing, or real massive health benefits of the, you know, for example, people who've like are under threat of heart disease and all that. When they've got like real deep reasons as to why they want to do it, then that tends to sort of keep people going more than these sort of like, oh, I want to lose weight, I want to lose a bit of weight for a holiday. Well, yeah, that's great, that's fine, and I've done that myself in the past, but I've lost weight for the holiday and then put it all back on again straight after. So it's about having a real why and a real drive as to why you want to be fit and healthy.
Yeah, it goes much deeper. It's great to talk to you. I could talk to you all day actually, but we will be leaving you now. You've got lots of people to speak to and motivate. But if you want to come and see Leisure Industry Week, talk to Kevin, talk to the other stars, exhibitors that are here, join us at 10 a.m. tomorrow at the Birmingham NEC, and it's a great, great show.